What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Same Difference podcast.
Is this thing on?
Hello. Hi, friend.
Hey, girl. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. What's going on?
Oh, girl. I am...
Oh, we starting with old girl? Sound like lots
I'm in
of going
recovery.
on.
I'm in recovery because I had a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, thing
Pascha,
this week. So
last week you told us you was sitting down for the rest of March.
I thought I was, too. So Thursday and Friday was some work stuff.
Okay.
And so Thursday was like a full day of, schmoozing and boozing with the clients. And then Friday, of course, I had to work, but then I also had the Bulls game that I went to, which was also part of work. Actually, Saturday was going to be the only day this last week that I thought I had something to do outside of work and stuff. So if I hadn't had those work activities, it just would have been, my little 1 day situation. But what I will say is, Saturday I went to this burlesque show situation. And one of my best college friends who I haven't seen in years, she's a little younger than me, of course I graduated, and you just kind of grow apart. Life just takes you in different directions.
Lose touch with people.
She ended up moving to Chicago a long time ago, which is kind of how we lost touch or whatever. But I saw her at the show and it was a lot of hugging and jumping up and down. And oh my God, I can't believe, I haven't seen you in forever. It was so wonderful. I'm having all of these, even though I'm exhausted and I want to stay home. I'm getting out and about and I'm finding myself in circles with, like-minded individuals, which is really important to me. So
you do it, friend. You do it.
It was a busy weekend leading into the weekend, but yesterday I didn't do shit. I laid in bed all day. And when I say I laid in bed all day, I was in bed all day. All day. I got up to use the bathroom. I got up to take Luigi out and feed him. But other than that, all day. Just laying down, and it was nice. I needed it. I really, really needed it. And I was, it was a hard week last week and the week before, because, it's bonus time and it's raise time. And I guess my manager felt like what I did this year was not deserving of a bonus, which really pissed me off. But I have a job and I have to pay my bills. And so I can be as mad at my fucking corporation as I want. And I can be as mad at my manager as I want, but I still have to get up and go to work. So Thursday was a tough day, but I gave myself a great pep talk. And, I made sure I looked cute, smelled good.
I saw your Instagram story. I'm like, this girl is a damn fool. Girl, you a trip.
I had to I had to pump myself up. I feel like Black women always have to perform in the face of adversity. There's never a moment where we can just have a temper
where we can
tantrum.
just be. Where we can just be.
I'm upset and I want to be around people that are going to validate my feelings. Don't gaslight me. Don't make it seem like I'm making a big deal out of something. A couple of people that I've been talking to about this specific scenario, their advice is, well, you just got to put your head down. You don't want to shake the table with management. You don't want the perception to be this way and that. And I don't give a fuck about any of that. It's 2023, after, being in my career for 14 years, I feel like there are just some experiences that I shouldn't
have to deal with. Yeah.
I think it's a very, when there's a pot of bonus money and you're dispersing it to everyone in your branch and it's very you're making a choice when you tell me I'm not getting anything. And I know I'm the only person in our branch who's not getting anything. So I know it's not performance based because I met all of my goals. And
so what's the metrics then to determine if you get a bonus or not? Then did you find that out?
So there are no metrics that are set in stone. There's no piece of paper that I can go to in Workday. There is no formula that actually spells out how, bonus and merit are supposed to go. So, I was getting the runaround and a lot of, well, we can't really, the calculation, I can't really give you and blah, they can't give me anything. So I just decided.
What I'm going to hope is that now that you've said something, this time won't be a next time.
Yeah, but that means I have a whole 365 days of pretending that they didn't fuck me.
Oh, this is a yearly bonus. This isn't like a quarterly incentive.
No.
Okay. Now I got you. Okay.
So my hope is that next year they don't try to say, well, we didn't have a good year, so there's no bonus, because now I know that you guys are fucking with me. And it's weird. Employers are weird. They treat Black women just very strange, especially if you don't have kids or a husband. I'm curious of if my bonus compensation would have been different, if I had. I feel like when women have children or when women have a husband, I don't know if it humanizes. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Wow, that's an interesting perspective. I never thought about that.
But my manager more or less was like, well, you're going to get a 4% increase on your salary, which is literally a cost of living adjustment, and, and that's it. And he kept reiterating how much that increase was, as if I should have been happy with that. So I know that there are people that work in spaces where they feel like this Black girl's making a ton of money. She should be happy with that.
She's single and she ain't got no kids, so all her money is hers.
Yeah. And it's like, first of all, it's not a ton of money because of Uncle Sam and them motherfuckers. And there's insurance, there's your fucking, what is it, 401k, like there's state taxes, there's federal taxes, FICA, all of that, Social Security, all
Medicare, Social Security,
all that stupid shit. So like
health insurance, all that.
You thought this little 4% increase, I was supposed to just skip out of your office and just feel really great about being a member of this team, and
won't even see that damn percent
at all. And I said respectfully, that's nothing. It's nothing. Just like that bonus you're giving me, it's nothing. So, but what's funny is I had held my head high at this event last week. And when I tell you I was working that fucking room, everybody I saw, oh my God, Pascha, hugging me and shit. I in a professional setting, I don't always hug because it's not professional to me. And I would prefer to like shake your hand. But when I've seen people numerous times and there's like a bit of a working relationship there, then I'm kind of okay with a hug, especially women. They be wanting to hug, girl. And so it was a lot of like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in so long. Oh my God, I love your hair. You look great.
When you go to these work events, are there other women that look like you there, or still very much male, white? Okay.
White men.
Or white
and
women.
Then there's young white women, and then, me. So, on the team, I am the only Black person on the team. And
for what you do as a broker, is there another reputable company that has Black women brokers in the Chicago area, or is that kind of like not?
I mean, it's any corporate space where the higher up you get, the less you see yourself. And I'm not in a position that's like high up. This is just the role I'm in. That's like a producing role, almost like sales kind of. So basically management wants me to bring in 2 to 3 times my salary in revenue before I would even be considered for a bonus, which was not clearly stated to me upon hire. I thought that I was getting 15 to 20% of my revenue regardless of the amount. So like it's a lot of unclear stuff. I've gone to HR to get clarity. So I'm just waiting to get clarity.
Okay.
I also, because
okay. So wait, last week you were having a conversation with somebody. Now the conversation has been had, and now you're saying now next week, hopefully you'll be able to give us an update as far as HR. Oh, this is getting somewhere.
Well, just because there are comments that have been made to me in these meetings that lead me to believe that, me not getting a bonus has nothing to do with my performance and everything to do with how my manager feels about me.
Okay.
If it was up, and I am of the belief that, there's some concern about me and how well liked I am and, how successful I can be. I think I find it odd that a white man that's been in this industry for 30 plus years would feel threatened by me. But this is not the first time I've worked with a white man manager who had issues with me just because.
I don't.
And when
Pastor, why would you think that when, you know, a police officer who has power and authority and a gun pulls somebody over in a car and is threatened? Just because the person they pulled over is black. That don't surprise me at all. Yeah, he been in the game 30 years. So what? You're a black woman and you come in with your head held high, making moves, being likable. That's threatening to them. Because they can't understand why. How did I put in all this time in this work, in this industry? And she come in and just, you know, people are flocking to her or things are happening for her. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. And I don't know why
it's funny.
Because you know this. You know this.
It's just odd to me. It's just odd to me because I don't know what it is that I've done to you specifically to feel threatened. If you exist, yeah. Mm-hmm. If you're someone who brings in like $4 million in revenue and I bring in like 70K, what the fuck are you worried about?
Right.
I mean, literally, because those are his numbers and those are my numbers. And that the goal that was given to me was 40K. And I almost doubled that shit. And you still not giving me nothing? Got it. Noted. But anyway, it was a huge event. So there was I couldn't say, oh, I'm sick, I'm not going today, you know, or I couldn't show up and be a bump on a log and have a stank ass attitude. Like I couldn't go there and do that. So I told myself, all right, just wear all black, you know, show up in there real chic, you know. I also wanted to wear all black because they didn't want to get my black ass nobody. You know, I made sure my hair was, I showed up very black, like literally in all black with the hair on big, had my makeup done. I was smelling like the money they didn't want to fucking give me. I was very intentional with how I was going to show up.
This bitch said, I smell like the money they ain't want to give me. I know that's the fuck right.
Yeah, like I walked up in there looking and smelling very, very good. The name of my job.
I'll cut it out.
We're gonna bleep that out. But I walked up in there, you know, with the battery in my back because I needed that. I needed that for me. I needed to go in there. You know, I feel like when you look good, you feel good. Mm-hmm. And it was well received. I mean, it was just a lot of, oh my God, you look so good, Pascha. Oh my God, I love your hair like this. This is so cute. You look so nice. Everyone's all dressed up. Oh my goodness, you smell great. What do you have on? Oh my God, like I miss you, girl. Give me a hug.
Ay, now they dragging it.
It was a lot of that. And, you know, my manager had to see that. He had to see that. And so at the end of the event, I could have just walked up out of there and not said shit to nobody because I am still very upset about it. And I probably will be until next March. And I was like, hey, you know, cheers to a great event. I'm not really sure what everybody else is doing after this. It doesn't appear that anybody's like meeting at one spot. So I'm just going to call it a day. And he was just like, oh, really? He was like, you were the belle of the ball today. And you was watching me. Mm-hmm. You was watching me. Mm-hmm. What were you looking for?
Oh, friend, I'm really sorry. I just don't miss that shit. Whew, girl. Mm.
Yeah,
I'm not able to smooth myself over as professionally as you. And you know, I go in there with my face and mouth twisted up with a stank attitude. And I just don't miss that shit.
Well, and I know just from various conversations with different people who've had to work with him that I'm not going to get anything different. You know, he's always going to be like that. That concerns me because I don't want to put my future and my livelihood in his hands like that.
Right.
But yet again, here we are where I have to kind of put on a happy face and pretend and act like everything is great and kind of move on. You know, like I just have to move on. And I am, whether that's within the company or outside of the company, we're always going to move on. Mm-hmm. But
so when you say you got to talk to HR, that's because he said something crazy to you.
Well, I asked for a copy of the salary range for my position. And he was like, well, I don't really have that information. You'll have to go to HR for it. Noted. And I will go to HR and get it. And so I sent a cute little email. Hey, had a conversation about
hopefully he don't be talking to you crazy because it's enough of that out here in our personal lives. We definitely need it in our professional lives.
Girl, I got the craziest fucking text message over the weekend remember the guy that I said way back when I was like, I still want to be his friend, and I know he needs a friend, and blah blah. That nigga needs
you trying to be nice. I told you leave that nigga in the dust. Forget for being your friend.
Well, here's the thing. He more or less made an appearance within the last, month and a half that I didn't know. Like, I thought that in 2022, like, that was over and, done with. I thought that I wasn't going to see or talk to this person again. But, niggas always smell another nigga around,
Always. Okay.
All the time. It never fails.
Out.
And
it's like as soon as you just scratch the surface of liking another nigga, it's like, here you come.
Yeah. And so this is somebody that had been hitting me up like once a week, every week. And, basically trying to get in touch and more or less rekindle, but he doesn't know how to rekindle. He literally doesn't know how to do anything. Like, this is someone that I have, it was already looking, like I knew there were two marbles. I knew there were two marbles rolling around in his head, clinking against each other, but now I know for a fact there's only one marble. And the marbles.
Friend, I'm gonna just let you have the show, baby. You just keep on talking and just let me laugh because you is on a roll.
I'm just saying, the nigga got one marble rolling around up in that brain of his because he's a sociopath, like a psychopath. Yeah, like, and I am not a licensed healthcare professional, but I know crazy when I see it and when I hear it. And that nigga's fucking crazy. And he sent me a very weird, creepy text. It gave me like Dateline vibes. Like, if I ever continued to talk to him, or for whatever reason we were somehow able to connect or salvage a relationship, it would be a murder-suicide type situation because I think he's actually really crazy.
Immediately no.
This is the text I got, and I just can't believe that these words came out of his mouth because I don't know who says stuff like this. This was the text at 2:27 a.m. I don't even take it personal anymore. You really miss my actual birthday. You better off dying than talking to me.
I'm so glad. You know what?
I don't like
niggas up that do shit like that, say shit like that to me. I will eat your ass up.
I mean, and I got them together, and I was just like, fuck you and your birthday, you bitch ass nigga. I don't give a fuck about your birthday because where were you when it was my birthday?
He deserved that, and he lucky that that's where you left it because a bitch like me, you would have got a dissertation, my nigga. You would have been one to redo your fucking birthday, messing around with me saying some shit like that on my phone. Get the fuck ASAP.
I said I've got people that'll come here and make sure you don't celebrate another birthday, so be very careful wishing death on me.
Period.
Block.
Period.
I made sure it was delivered.
Because outside of you being a man speaking to a woman that way, why would you ever say anything to any human being like that? Why would you say something like that?
You're better off dying than talking to me. I wasn't going to talk to your stupid fucking ass anyway, but to say it like that because I missed your birthday, the sense of entitlement.
The hell was your birthday? Don't nobody care. The hell?
And I still don't know when his birthday was. And even if I did, Joy, because I'm petty and I like to do shit off principle, I wasn't wishing your ass a happy birthday because you didn't wish me a happy birthday. Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, Valentine's Day, I ain't hear a peep from your ass, motherfucker. You thought somebody was going to wish you a happy birthday? You missed my actual birthday, and you missed mine, too.
Oh, that's definitely buy one, get 1,000 free, because the nerve of you. Nerve of you.
Where do we go for... Wait, and what's funny is he sent that text to me and then 30 minutes later called 2 times. Why are you calling me at 3:07 a.m.? Were you calling to say sorry about what you said? I will never know. I was asleep. I didn't see any of the bullshit till the next morning. Thank you, God, because I was on one on Saturday night.
I would have been to the nerve of somebody. Why would you send somebody something like that? You better off dying. Like, what?
And this is why my mom always told me, you can't talk to everybody crazy because you never know. You cannot talk to anybody any old kind of way. That poor boy does not know that I am one phone call away from making sure he doesn't celebrate another birthday. And like, I mean that. I'm not being funny.
Oh, I know. And this is the thing. When your mama say you can't talk to everybody crazy, I'm one of the people you can't talk to crazy. Because one of the thing about it is, I'ma always Like, when you talk to me crazy now, I gotta air your laundry out, and just remember, you ain't got none on me because I ain't got none.
Hello.
So I had a situation this week. Last week, if you watched last week's episode, towards the end of the episode, I was like, taking a real deep breath and talking about, and I've said this many times before on the podcast about these text now numbers that keep calling me. It's one person. It's one raggedy nigga. I cut this man off 8 months ago. 4 months ago, he began to reach out to me via text now numbers, because you blocked on everything, all socials. You blocked on my phone. You can't get in contact with me. I'm unreachable. And so he has been, for the past 4 months, reaching out to me via text now numbers and saying things that are extremely sexual in nature. I guess trying to reminisce and remind me of things that occurred between him and I. And the nerve of you, because you know why I cut you off. And so the nerve of you to even reach out to me, but to say the things that you're saying as though that's going to entice me, or I'm going to be interested in picking up where things left off. Absolutely not. So I had to do what I had to do. And I asked him, what would your girlfriend, mind you, for 4 months, I have been quiet. I have been silent. I haven't said anything. I thought maybe if I just don't say nothing, you'll take the hint. You'll leave me alone. But month after month after month, it has just gotten progressively worse. And so I had just had enough. A girl was sick and tired of being sick and tired of seeing your messages. And so I asked him, what would your girlfriend say if she knew that you were sending this to me? But I knew what the girlfriend would say because I added her to the group chat when I sent the message. So now all three of us are looped in. But can't neither one of y'all text me back because both of you bitches are blocked. No, excuse me. Let me back up. Both of y'all are blocked. Let me not refer to her that way, because her and I have spoken at least twice because of this man.
Ooh, that's two times too many.
Two times too many. I didn't even want to know who you were, where you were, how, none of that. But she's always been very respectful, and everything has always been even tempered. So let me back up. Let me not call her that. But the nerve of you to then want to say, he told her that he was just reaching out to me because he was trying to get his iPad back. First of all, bitch, I don't have your iPad, sweetie. I have an iPad of my own. And if I remember correctly, it is much newer and nicer than yours. What would I do with your iPad? I don't want your raggedy iPad. I don't have your raggedy iPad. And you know that. That's just an excuse you saying for a reason as to why you've been reaching out to me. Stop playing with me. Because the next time you reach out to me, it ain't going to end as nicely as I did by sending a group chat message. It ain't going to end that nice.
It's going to end in, what is that, Fulton County Court? What is it?
I have had to take a restraining order out on a man once in my life. I don't know. It's like, you niggas just don't know when to cut the fucking cord. Like, leave me alone. I don't like you. I don't like you. The thought of you disgusts me. It makes me sick to my stomach. And the fact that you think you're just going to annoy me to death and make me talk to you again, it's never going to work. So yes, the next time I will be getting a restraining order, no contact order, or something. Niggas gonna nig. I don't know what else to say about it. Niggas gonna nig.
The disrespect is at an all-time high.
All-time high.
This is someone that, he's presenting himself like he wants to rekindle things, but he's being, an asshole and very much a jackass. You calling me at 12 a.m. You call me at 2 a.m. You're not trying to rekindle shit. You're trying to see if it's going to yank for you again. It's not.
And that's why he's still on your line. And that's why old boy's still on mine, because it's yanking. I know it's yanking.
You're better off dying than.
And I know you remember that it's yanking too. That's why you won't stop calling me. Leave me alone. You will never get this again.
I mean, you was over here tripping about your birthday like I'm your girlfriend or something. We don't even talk like that. We don't even talk like that. And then you called 30 minutes later twice, thirsty ass. Why would you say that to somebody and then 30 minutes later hit them up? Because you want me still. You don't have no other bitches you can call?
Right. Like you say, you ain't heard from him Valentine's Day, New Year's, Christmas, Thanksgiving, whatever bitch you've been laying up under, go be back up under her.
He didn't get you anything for your birthday? You didn't celebrate your birthday with her? Nobody took you out to dinner? No, because you're not a nice guy. You're an asshole and you a dick. I know you didn't celebrate nothing and do shit for your birthday because you was calling me.
Right, exactly. The person that you ain't even been speaking to, but you still on my line. So let me ask you.
You're not even kind to me, my nigga. What?
Let me ask you, just for the sake of asking, had you at some point ever considered rekindling things with him? Like, did he have some sense of false hope that maybe things would have falling back into whatever y'all had going on?
No, we had a conversation back in February because I was like, yo, because he was calling late at night and then I blocked him because, you can't, sometimes I be busy and you can't be calling my phone when I'm busy. He had called my phone. There were 2 instances where I was busy.
You was busy?
I was busy. And, I had some company. Okay.
Ooh, company.
I was busy. So
I know what kind of company you had when you said like that had company.
You had some company. So I had to block him because my company was like, what's good? What do I need to go home? Because I feel like the nigga's going to pull up. Like, what's good? Yeah, he had questions. So we
not
had to
company scared. I'm weak.
So I got to bring my shit over when I come over here. Sidebar, you should probably always bring it. But anyway, it's sexy to me. So I had to shut that down. And then he started calling from somebody else's phone. So I unblocked and I was like, hey, I blocked you.
I think I remember this story. I think I remember you talking about this before. Wow. So this has been a minute. This has been going on for at least a month or so.
What do you want, sir? And so basically at that point, we had an actual conversation. We were just texting back and forth. And I was like, what is it that you want? If you're trying to rekindle things with me and you're trying to see what's up again and you want to go back down this road, there's a way to do it. Blowing me up during booty call hours ain't the way to do it. And then he hit me up during normal business hours, and was like, hey, what's up? Is this a good time to talk? Yada, yada, yada. And so basically all I had to say to him was, my feelings about the situation between me and you have always been consistent. I've always been interested. I've always wanted to see if something would happen between you and I. It's always you that's got the issue. But I also know that there's some, like I said, I thought it was 2 marbles rolling around clanking against each other and shit. It's 1 marble. So, I knew that there was something going on mentally with him that I would not be able to help with, I thought maybe he needed a friend, just somebody to talk to.
And that's why I told you when you was like, oh, I still want to be his friend, girl. Hell no. Leave that nigga in the dust.
So now that
the nigga in the dust.
Right. Well, now that we're nearly 2 months out from him first contacting me again, I know for a fact that he's certifiably nuts. The nigga's nuts. Because I don't know. Out of all of the falling outs that I've had with men and women, no one has ever been like, I hope you die, or, you're better off dying than talking to me. Now, I'll say some bullshit and be like, he's dead to me. I hate him. But I'm not going to say it to you.
Right.
I don't.
Can you imagine dealing with that for 4 months with no end in sight?
No.
That's how I felt. And that's why I had to move things the way that I had to move things.
You had to escalate things?
I had to escalate things.
We love escalation.
And I haven't heard anything since. So I would say that my method, while, wouldn't be the first choice, worked. And should it not work, I'll figure out a way to make it work.
Okay, so it's been radio silence since you had to escalate.
It's been radio silence since I had to escalate it. This was last Wednesday, something like that. Thursday, something like that. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I think last Wednesday. Yeah.
Let this be a note, a PSA, if you will, an ABP, what is it? An all points bulletin?
Yeah,
all bulletin points? I don't know. Come correct or don't come at all. That's number 1. Watch your motherfucking mouth when you speak to me. That's number 2. Number 3, watch your motherfucking mouth when you speak to me, because I got cousins that aren't afraid to go to jail. And when I say that, I mean it. It's not a joke. I got family that will make sure you are never found.
And you know what? Honestly, you have to take stuff like that serious, because people really are crazy. Like when somebody starts talking about unaliving somebody, you really got to take it like they mean it at 100%.
My family does not play about me.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. I keep on saying I want to get a firearm. I'm scared, but at this point, I feel like I'm more scared not happening, because people are weird and funny.
I just hope I never see him out, and that I'm 3 sheets to the wind, because I'm spitting in your face, nigga, when I see you. Know that. Don't even try to come up and smile. Hey, how you doing? I ain't seen. I know I said something. I'm spitting on you, nigga. That's the type of shit that you get. That, like, if he was in my face and he said that to me, I know I would have committed domestic violence because at some point I'm not talking anymore. You know, when you get so mad and you just don't talk no more because now I feel like I have to handle everything with my fist. Yeah. So if he's like,
I trust. See, friend, I just been. You know what?
Pretend I'm dead when you see me, brother.
I realize since 2023 that there has been a lot of growth going on with me. I didn't realize it, but there's been some things happen in the last week or so that have helped me realize it. And I am at a place where I don't even want to have nobody around that push me to that place because I am that girl, and I've been that girl.
To not engage.
Yeah, because friend, I really take it all the way there, all the way there. But at this point, I just be like, you know what? I'm cool on you. And I just move and step out your way and move to the side because I know where I'm going to take it if I have to take it there. I just feel like, it requires a lot of nerve and a lot of audacity to speak to a woman in a way that you are like talking about death and dying. And I mean, that sounds like a lot of built up hatred, but it be y'all own fault as to why y'all in a predicament that y'all in. It's like, I would have liked things to work out. I would have liked things to progress and move forward, but you was acting a damn ass. And now that I've cut you off, you acting like even more of an ass. What would make you think that I want to revisit that situation? It like just don't make sense to me.
My kitty cat she's dead.
And that's the thing, like this guy's sending me messages and sexual in nature. Like, nigga, what? Are you serious? You can't really honestly believe that I would ever look at you in that way again.
After the shit that was being said in the past,
it's looking dark for you niggas. It's looking real dark. Absolutely not. You know what? I just feel like I have just been growing to a place where I have finally gotten to a place where, you know what? I'm somebody's wife. And I've said this many times before. It's on all my little, like that little extra handle you get on your social media. All that shit of mine says somebody's son, wife. Because that's exactly what I am. I'm somebody's wife out here. And so certain things I ain't doing. Certain places I ain't going. Yep. Ain't nobody going to ever be able to tell my husband, oh, yeah, I know you. And she was here and she did. Nah, absolutely not. I'm out here moving like somebody's wife. I don't have to have the husband yet or the ring, but I'm going to move like somebody's wife because that's what I want. You ain't husband material. And that's just what it is. You ain't even boyfriend material because we didn't even get there. You're not boyfriend material. You're not husband material. You're not a good friend. You're a horrible business owner. Leave me alone. Me and you don't have anything to talk about.
I'm not a horrible business owner, damn.
I mean, if we want to be honest about it, because I got the receipts. And this is the thing. You know, the young lady who reached out to me after I had sent the message, she knew that I wasn't lying because everything that I said, I had a receipt to back it up. So when you keep coming at me, you have to remember that you don't have no dirty laundry of mine to air because I don't have any. But you can't say the same. So you got to move like a nigga who got dirty laundry. And I'm moving like a wife. And that's away from you. That's just what that is.
Bye, nigga.
That's just what that is. I'm not going to like, you know, my bottom line, the things that I want, I'm going to get them. I'm going to get them. And they may not be packaged in the exact way that I want, but the bottom baseline, bare minimum stuff, I'm going to get. If you want the nigga to give it to me, move. Get out the way. Because you, my husband can't see me because you in my face.
Yeah.
You got my attention and I'm not paying attention to really what's going on because it's not you.
Right.
So I'm out here moving like a wife. Okay.
I know that's right. I would like to say I'm moving like a wife, but I'll be outside, y'all. Y'all know I'll be outside.
Ain't nothing wrong with nothing wrong with being outside. That's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying I'm finna be in the house like a fucking prisoner because I would like to get out more. However, what I'm saying is I don't be mixing and moving and mingling and just doing weird shit because I'm somebody's wife.
Right.
I'm somebody's wife, bro. Like, I really mean that shit when I say I'm literally somebody's wife. I can't do that. I can't go there. I can't be with you. I can't be seen with you. Can't participate in that. Just can't.
It's crazy. Yeah, at my big age, we don't have time to play around. We don't. So, you know, when there are conversations that need to be had, I'm not the best at having the conversation right then and there. I'm someone that you remember that Chucky meme? that was circulating last year when it was like, I need 2 to 3 business days to be mad before I'm ready to like talk through some shit.
I be feeling like that though. I be needing to sleep on shit.
I am avoidant in that way. Like, I know there's some conversations that I need to have that I'm just like not having because I don't want to. And they're tough. They're tough conversations. But when it comes to matters of the heart, like, I don't like gray areas. I don't like confusion. I like when people are very like clear and upfront. I feel like men are really good at causing confusion.
My language. That's why we friends, because you're just speaking my language, friend.
You know, and I know that I've been guilty of causing confusion in my dating situations, but if I'm just dating you
a hellion. You a damn hellion.
I am not. I like to take my time, and I'm sorry that you want to be my boyfriend after 2 days, but I don't want to be your girlfriend after 2 days, and I have the right to take my time and make a measured, well thought out decision.
Mm-hmm. Now see, this is my thing. We can take our time. We can definitely take our time, but while we're taking our time, I want to make sure we on the same time.
Yes.
Do we want the same things?
Yes.
If we don't want the same things, then let's not take our time. Let's get out of it. Let's cut the time.
Let's stop the stopwatch.
It's kind of like, if I tell you I'm hungry and you ask me where I want to go eat and I tell you I want to go to Del Frisco's, and then later you say, hey, I'm going to pick you up so we can go get something to eat. And I say, okay, cool. I'm assuming we going to where?
Del
Frisco's. I'm not expecting you to take me to Ruth Chris. I'm not expecting to go to King and Duke Prime 112. Because I've already told you that I wanted Del Frisco's. Mm-hmm. So if you tell me you want to take me out to eat, I'm assuming you also want Del Frisco's. Mm-hmm. So if you don't want Del Frisco's, why are you picking me up to go eat?
Period.
Move.
Yep. Great analogy.
Move out the way. Because somebody else
is taking me
wants
to Del
Frisco's.
Frisco's. That's crazy.
Yep. And I'm all for the whole dating thing. I'm dating with intention. Mm-hmm. And so when I see that your intention is not the same as mine, we have to just, we can still date. We can still have a good time, but it's only so far I'm going to go with you. There's only going to be so much kiki, ha ha, talking, texting, seeing, hanging out. It's not going to be a whole lot of that on the level that niggas like for it to be on.
Right.
Because again, I'm somebody's wife.
So you moving differently. You just moving different. Yeah. Woo, girl, this is crazy. Look at this has turned into a shoot the shit episode, okay? Because we talking today. We just talking today, and we're just getting some things out that, we otherwise. Well, I mean, I didn't think I was going to go on a tirade about a nasty ass text message, but that's what happened to me.
Yeah, things happen. It's so funny because it's like, again, this is the whole, the whole thing with the name of the podcast, the same difference. We be literally going through the same things again because we're the same age. We're both Black women. We're both dating. Mm-hmm. So we are going through the same thing. Somebody texting you crazy. Somebody texting me crazy, but we handle them differently. But you just be speaking my language, friend.
Oh, well, I like to say we're 2 peas in a pod. There's no Capricorn love.
My jelly.
I mean, everybody that's close to me that I love dearly are Capricorn. So, it just, you make sense. You made sense.
Yeah.
And I also like talking to you about things that are happening because sometimes I need your energy when I have to respond to somebody. I'm very much like, let me just keep it. Let me just say what I got to say and be done with it. And then
Pascha be calling me, y'all. I'll be like, turn up on that ass.
Yeah, you better than me because I would have said A, B, C, D, and E.
So
like, damn it. I'm going to ask you first next time before I respond.
But I've calmed down a lot. Like, I'm a lot more reserved. I'm still, if we talking about a scale of 1 to 10, I'm still a 9.96. But I used to be at a 15 on a scale of 1 to 10. I have calmed down and reserved myself a lot. But what I've learned to do is really speak up for myself. If something bothering me, I'm finna say it. Yeah. Not only because I have to advocate for me because ain't nobody else gonna do it, but also you got me fucked up. Who do you think you are? And I can't expect, you to do something different or be somebody else if I don't even tell you that, hey, this is bothering me, or hey, I don't like this, or whatever the case may be. I have really learned to be an adult and face things head on. Whereas in the past, I used to just be pissed. Every time you call me or text me or we get together, I got an attitude. No, you don't know why I'm mad.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you what I don't like.
Right.
In a adult way, in a way that is conducive to us having a conversation about it. You know, we can talk about it, and we may not end up on the same page, but we're gonna definitely have a conversation, because I'm not gonna be stirring in my feelings and you running around like ain't nothing going
like
on.
Everything is all good.
I'm not gonna be the only bitch bothered. We're gonna both be upset together. Hey, mad at your ass too.
Yeah, I am working on addressing situations head on, but like I said, I do like to take some time to like think what I'm going to say. I like to think it through. I've been told that my delivery sometimes and the way I say things, while my intent isn't necessarily to be mean, you know, my tone, even if it's monotone, can be triggering for others, or, you know,
but are you okay? So, but does that mean that if you have somebody who you already know, regardless of what you're going to say, isn't going to receive it well, that you're going to avoid having a conversation with them because of their personality?
Yes, sometimes I will not say something because I know, because like for instance, let's just say I'm like, hey, you know, I don't see a future. I'm not sure that this is working out. Ideally, in my mind, you would be like, okay, I guess, you know, I understand. That's cool. Whatever. I would like for it to be like that. And then we're done with it. We don't speak again. But there's been times where I have in the past been like, hey, I don't think that this is going to be anything. And then they want to argue. Like, I remember one guy was like, well, you're getting old. You don't have much time. I'm not desperate enough to fuck with your ass. Yeah. So,
baby, I want it, but not that bad.
Exactly. And I ain't gonna fuck with a nigga that's only gonna pay $2 on a tip, sweetie. So if you really want to know why I don't want to fuck with you, that's why. This is when I was living in Cleveland too. That's funny. So like sometimes I don't want to have I don't want to have to say things because it's gonna lead elsewhere. And now I've cut you off at the knees. I told you your dick was little, and I don't want to do stuff like that to people.
Oh my gosh! But you don't have to say that. I don't think I ever did that before.
I mean, I've never told a man that his stuff was little, but I'm saying, like, if sometimes the conversation,
friend, you threw me off with that one. Wait a daggone minute now.
No. Luckily, I haven't really run into those issues.
Okay,
but
kudos to you, girl. You dodged a little bullet.
You're fucking hilarious. But I'm just, you know, sometimes if you're trying, I've learned that you can try to have an adult conversation, but you're not always having a conversation with an adult.
Yeah.
So, I think, you know, should I be avoidant? No. But I also am someone that doesn't seek confrontation. Usually when there is confrontation I'm involved in, it has been presented to me.
Okay.
Now I have to rise to the occasion. And I just don't like it because once you turn me up, it's hard to turn me back down. If we get into an argument and we are literally fighting and talking shit to each other, I'm always going to remember that. And it's going to be hard for me to bounce back and maybe move forward. I'm a Virgo. You rub me the wrong way one time. And like, that's kind of it. And it's horrible because it's not good for partnership because I have the tendency to go cold. You know, when I'm into you and when I fuck with you, my sun is shining on you. But when you piss me off or you make me feel a way about something, that the sun is going to shine elsewhere or not at all.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. I don't think I've ever had to have a conversation with somebody and be like, hey, yeah, I don't see it for us. I think they've always done some fuck nigga shit, and I've had to cut things off because of that. But I have ghosted people. Like I just ghosted two niggas. I just ghosted two niggas within the last 2 weeks.
I'm a big ghoster. I mean, but it's me. I like to call it mutual ghosting.
Ghosting is never mutual. The other person just stops reaching out because the first person was ghosting them. That's not how that works, friend.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not how that goes. Oh. But I don't even feel like every time I get on this camera and I got this light above my computer, my hair get to having a glare on it. And is this a gray strand of hair?
No, Joy, your hair is not gray. I don't think you're ever going to have gray hair.
I'm paranoid about it.
Is your mom's hair gray?
I think she died, so I don't really know. My daddy's hair is gray. My daddy was graying way back, but I mean he's 60 now, so but
No,
I don't know.
Your hair's not gray, hon.
Okay, I think it's just the glare, and I never think about it until I sit in this chair and turn this light on. I think it's just the glare.
I think it's just shiny and healthy.
Yeah, it is shiny. I need to get it washed. So the shiny is probably a little oily too. But anyway, but I love it. I like a man that got a little salt and pepper.
I love a salt and pepper. That's
got a little seasoning.
Seasoning.
But I don't want that for me. I don't want that for me. Not just yet. Girl needs to stay young.
No, I think you're fine. No. I don't think we have any seasonings.
I'm a young Cinderoni out here in these streets. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Yeah, I didn't feel like I owed anybody a conversation as to why I didn't want to talk to them anymore. Like when you say, hey, I don't see it for us, because these is two men that have been on my phone for 30 days at the least. I talked about this on my TikTok. Go to TikTok. It was always joy. These men didn't take me on no dates. Neither one of them. And they had both been on my line for 30 days. So I don't owe you an explanation as to anything. I'm just not answering your phone calls or responding to your texts. And both of them took the hint. Now they don't call me anymore. But yeah, men like that, I ain't giving no explanation. I'm not giving no explanation. No, absolutely not. Mm-mm.
Right.
No.
I understand. Yeah, I'm a ghoster. But I also feel like it's mutual ghosting. And so like, you know, if old boy or whoever boy is doesn't reach out, I'm not reaching out either. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, bye.
I'm trying to think, has anybody ever ghosted me?
Have you ever had to break?
Oh, somebody did ghost me. They ghosted me, but then they came back around a little later.
They always do. They always do. They always like literally. They always do.
And it was dark for that nigga. Like, nah, how you doing? But it's nah.
Yeah, like you thought? I'm so sorry. No thanks. Have you ever had to like break up with somebody, but it like they didn't do anything wrong? It just wasn't, you know, curling over for you?
No, all the niggas be doing me wrong.
Yeah.
So
joy.
I mean, I'm just being honest. I mean, the truth is just the truth. Shine a light on it. That's what it is. Yeah, all these niggas be fucking up. And then but let me also add to that, every last one of them has always tried to come back. Always want to sing my praises. Oh, you was so this, you was so that. Oh, is you cooking today? Boy, you will starve waiting on the plate coming out of my kitchen. You'll never do that again. Move.
Oh,
yeah. But that's only because also like now I'm not like, okay, when we talking about like people we talk to or people we were in a serious relationship with, because I've only had maybe 3 in my lifetime, and all of them niggas did me wrong. But
I've only had 3 serious relationships. The first one was high school, but it was like we was in love for real.
Actually, has it only been 2? Because high school, am I counting that?
I count high school, but we was in love. Like he would count it too.
Come on, I love you.
No, he would count it. He would count it. Like we still hold a candle for each other, but we're friends. You know, we're just friends.
I think that I liked in high school in federal prison somewhere, child.
Oh goodness. So, okay.
Yeah, I don't think I want to count him. I don't think I want to count him. So I'm gonna say I only had 2 serious boyfriends, and they both did me dirty, and they both tried to come back around.
Okay.
So yeah, one of them is deceased.
Okay. Well.
So yeah, no, I've never had to break up with somebody just because I didn't see it for us. If I really like you, like if we get to the point that we're in a relationship, I see it for us. I don't see nobody but you.
Right. I'm the same way.
I'm swinging from your ball sack at this point because.
Oh, okay, all right.
I want to be inside. I want to be swimming with them.
This nigga said swinging from your ball sack.
That's just the type of girl I am, you know. If I'm about you, I'm about you. That's just what it is. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna treat you like you're supposed to be treated. Make sure you always got a hot meal.
I'm dead. I'm down. I am down.
Friend, we said we was gonna get on here and tell the truth. I can only tell the truth, and this is again. I'm somebody's wife out here listening. Everybody can't get that treatment.
This is a reenactment for me. If you're watching,
everybody can't get that treatment. I can't be doing that with everybody. Everybody can't get that from me. You can't.
If you're listening to this and you haven't watched, get on YouTube and watch so you can see Joy swinging from the ball sack, baby. When I tell you that little hit,
it's the women move. With them. Oh, stomach.
Jeez. I was not ready. I was not ready for that.
I didn't know I was going to take it there, but I mean, that's just who I am. Okay, that's just who I am.
Oh man, I'm crying.
Husband, make sure they clean. Need something to hang from.
And shaved. Oh my goodness.
Wait, what you said? I didn't hear you from what you say.
And shaved.
Oh, that would be nice. Please be polite.
Oh my
Please.
God. Okay. Whew. Okay, I had to collect myself.
Yeah, we on here acting up today, friend. I didn't think we was gonna take it there, but it's there. We there. We there.
You know, when I really like you, I'm the same way. I'm locked in. Like old boy that wanted me to die. I was locked in. I'm always locked into the toxics. Love the toxics. I don't get it.
They don't be showing that they toxic at that point though. That always comes out later down the line. At least for me. If I knew somebody was toxic, I just wouldn't even mess with them. I think maybe if I was younger, maybe 10 years ago, that shit would have been slightly cute. But now I see a red flag, baby. I'm running the other
far away. That red flag is telling me, stop. Don't go any further. And I won't. I won't. Yeah, like, girl, he the type to probably choke me in my sleep and shit. I'm just so, like, thank you, God, for helping me dodge that bullet. Whatever it was in the universe that brought us to us, I appreciate the universe for separating us because that, I don't, like I said, the boy with one marble, I don't know what's going on. But you
know what? Okay, so this is another thing.
I was tempted to send him links to therapists in the city, but I just decided
that wouldn't be a bad idea.
I'm not here to help you.
For all our homeboys listening, there is a website. Somebody asked me to help them find a therapist, and I got on this site, and it was called, I think, Therapy for Black Men. And it's there's a lot of therapists on there that do free services. Some of y'all do have insurance, so tap in with your insurance because you're paying for it. But yeah, therapyforblackmen.com, I think, is the name of the website. It'll help you find a therapist in your area, whether you want to do in person or you want to do virtual, and work out some of them kinks with y'all's personality that need to be, altered and perfected. Because
let's get that marble rolling in like in a straight direction.
Y'all are a little too old to be this toxic, and we all got some things that we could work on and fix, but y'all come completely fucked up. Like, not even, I need to heal. No, you need to be tearing apart and sewn back together type of situation. But when we was talking about the men when they end up being toxic, I have to be honest with myself about how I contributed to my own misery. Did I see red flags in the beginning that let me know, girl, you better run the other way? And I was like, oh, but the thing is that.
Or, it looked yellow to me. It looked yellow to me. So it was okay. Yeah.
Sometimes, friend, the signs don't be yellow. They be bright
red. Well, he was holding up bright red flags literally from jump. So it was my mistake.
Okay.
I can accept full responsibility because had I not, engaged with him or unblocked him, we wouldn't even be here talking about him sending me fucked up ass text messages at 2:27 a.m. and shit. You know what I mean? So I'm with you on how are you contributing?
Yeah.
Stop chasing the asshole.
I think I have definitely matured to a point where I see a red flag and I stop. I stop and I just say, hey, I see this red flag. Actually, I just did this yesterday with somebody. Things wasn't lining up for, just the energy that they were coming with. Hair all over the place. The energy that they were coming with just wasn't lining up with things that I was seeing or things that were happening. So I just said, hey, I'm seeing this and it's looking like this and I don't like that. And they confirmed what I was saying. Like, yeah, it is this. I understand why you don't like that. And, that was a conversation that needed to be had. Thankfully, though, I will say, because I've had that conversation with men in the past, like, this don't look right. And it's kind of been like, they won't acknowledge it, or they won't be honest about or upfront about like validating what I'm saying.
They make respond it like to one part of the paragraph.
Like, did I see you at Chipotle? Did I see you at Chipotle with that big back bitch? And it's like, I never even went to Chipotle. I was at Taco Bell. I don't
even eat that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. I have a question for our listeners, for our male listeners. When you are engaged in conflict with a woman, like what's going to get the best reaction out of you, and how would you like something to be presented to you so that you guys can actually move forward peacefully? Because I feel like you can be like rah 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 and it not go well, but you can also be like, hey, I feel like the situation kind of this, a little fishy, and and it's almost like their reactions to both are the same. Well, so you're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Well, it's a good question. It's a good question that you asked, and I think this is where the men will be able to separate the women from the girls who not on the same path that maybe will help them grow. Because if you got a woman that's coming at you rah 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 all the time, which that used to be me, I used to be that girl, but you got a woman that's coming at you like, hey, this don't work for me. I don't like the way this look. I don't like the way this feel. What's going on? You are able to decipher which one is gonna, now keep in mind, if you know you wrong though, you have to be adult enough to say, you know what? You're right, I'm wrong. Yep. I understand. I see what you mean. So that's really what's going to separate the little boys from the grown men, and the girls from the grown women. Yep. So the ones that's coming at you calm and presented like, hey, this is that's the wife. That's the difference. But you got to decide, do you want a wife? Or do you just want somebody to kick it with? Do you want somebody to hang out with? Are you cool with just, doing whatever with whoever? That's the deciphering factor.
Right. So now that you have you identified a red flag, you addressed it, and now where are you at with moving forward after that conversation? Is there are you okay moving forward, or are you exercising some caution now? Or
absolutely, I'm exercising caution, but I'm also not. Ain't no pressure on my end. It just can't be. Listen, Pascha, when you were here and we went out, and I actually went out and I stepped out, ain't no reason for me to have pressure on nobody about anything. No pressure over here. I told you how I feel, what works and what doesn't, and we can continue to date if things, are amicable, and I just know how I'm gonna handle you.
That's all. That's what I like. Like, let me know how I need to move. Don't be deceptive. I feel like lying by omission is still lying.
Yes.
Lying by omission is still lying, because you didn't tell the whole truth.
So the truth that you present to me, that's how I operate off of those truths. So now I'm operating in a place of A, and you really at Z.
Yeah. So, I let me know how I need to move with you. If we casual, then we're casual. But I don't want to get caught up in a cycle where I'm getting used to you, used to the communication, used to the conversation, used to the time spent, only for you to turn around and change it up. Because when you change it up, now I have questions. So, you gotta, I'm going to give you as much as I am willing to offer at any given time. I ain't going to give you, I was in a situation where, this person's like, I'm not someone that's really casual. Like, I'm either all in or I'm all out. And it's like, okay, I understand being all in. Like, hey, I like you and I want to see what's going on with you, but I am not there with you. So if me not being 100% all in with you, it presents an issue for you, I don't want to continue dating you and having this conversation all the time, because it's going to push me away. Let me, just let me, if we're dating and it's new, let me figure it out real quick. Just give me a moment. You're not going to force me.
Well, I think that's part of the issue with me, and that's just my own personal thing. And I have to remind myself that I can't take out everybody don't move like me. Everybody don't operate like me. Everybody don't think like me. And I'm the type of girl that I can only seriously talk to or like one person at a time. Everybody ain't like that. Men particularly aren't like that.
No, they're not.
So I have to like recalibrate my expectation. Mm-hmm. So yes, I'm dating. That doesn't mean I'm going to date one person at a time. But if I feel like I'm dating somebody and I like person A more than person B kind of get pushed to the side. Yeah. Now, when person A tell me that, maybe they don't like me as much, or maybe they don't, they're not where I'm at. Okay, cool. Then I can still, talk to or whatever person B, but that's just difficult for me just because that's me.
No, but I don't have like a collection of niggas I'm like talking to and seeing like, may the best man win, because I'm just not that.
Even enough of y'all don't even act right. Let's start there.
Right,
enough
to have a collection.
Don't act right for me to have a collection.
Right.
I would just be collecting a damn headache.
Right. But I'm in the space of, it might not be sparks right away, but give it a chance. And so that's why I'm not someone that's like, hey, I know you're all in, I'm going to be all in with you. No, I know why you all in with me. But like, I can't be like, yes, I'm all in with you, because I'm thinking about my future and how is that going to look dating someone like you? If it looks like the way it's been looking right now, it's giving me pause. Mm-hmm. And so with me, I'm like, because that's giving me pause, let me just give it a little more time. And if things don't change, then I'm not going to like move forward with.
Well, to answer your question, okay, y'all. Pascha knows what's going on. Pascha knows who I'm talking about. Pascha knows the conversation. So if it seems like we are kind of talking in circles, it's because we are purposely not saying anyone's name or giving details to close friends. Make sure y'all tap in, because y'all already know how we get down in close friends. Y'all will get some details. And while I'm thinking about that, let me take a pause before I finish my thought and just update everybody on close friends. We had said, if you want to be in close friends, you got to do 3 things. You got to follow us on Instagram. You got to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and you got to follow us on TikTok. And so many people was like, I don't have TikTok. I don't want to get on TikTok. Okay, fine. Heard you. So this is what you can do if you want to get on close friends. Make sure you're following us on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify or whatever streaming services that you listen to the podcast. Leave us a review. Screenshot it, send it to the DM. Boom, you in close friends. Mm-hmm. So back to what I was saying. Yeah, we'll see what happens. Like I said, there's no pressure. Yeah. I kind of like to just say, hey, ball's in your court. Whatever you do is whatever you do. So that's kind of where I'm at with it. But I just, since it's middle of March, towards the end of March, we started this whole dating thing back in January. Mm-hmm. I personally feel like I have, in dating, realized some things about myself where, like I say, when I say I'm somebody's wife, I've always said that, but I'm kind of like settling into it. Mm-hmm. So because I'm somebody's wife, certain things I can't do, certain people I can't associate with, certain things I can't accept. Mm-hmm. But I am very much looking forward to, as we continue to date, us being able to come to the table and have more positive dating experiences, and being able to share those, and kind of moving out of this phase of maybe men who aren't as mature. Yeah, and maybe because I did meet a man that's he got his head on straight and he's pretty mature. We had a little hiccup, we won't see an eye on some things, but I very much look forward to continuing to date and continuing to meet men who are in that space. Yep, because
that's what dating is: involving yourself in a situation until it no longer serves you. And that's fine. This is how we get to finding the one and riding off into the sunset with him. You can't just date anybody and accept any old thing for the sake of saying you have somebody, because I'm certainly not doing that. You can sit up here and be like, oh, you 36. If you not married now, don't nobody want you. Yes, they do. Niggas want me. I don't want them. I don't want them.
But it's always the single niggas that say that. So, hey, baby, I guess nobody wants you either.
That can't even breathe on me. So that's not an insult to me. And to your point, Joy, I have been saying this for a while now, that I want my conversations around men and my dating experiences to mature. I'm tired of telling my homegirls about how I had to block him and I unblocked and then we blocked and then he said this and then I ain't talked to him in 3 months and then this and that. I'm done I want to talk to my girlfriends about how this man took me on a beautiful date and how we had this amazing conversation about our lives and what we would like for them to look like in the future and how, you know, he planned a little,
God, please.
you know, a staycation for my birthday, or how he showed up with some flowers for me but like, I want the things that I say about men that are in my life to be positive. I don't want it to always be like this fraught conversation about, you know, goofy shit. One, because we deserve that. You know, as we mature and talk about our lives and where it's going, I feel like my conversation about my dating life and my love life should mature as well. At some point, I don't even want to have a conversation about men because I want to talk about my man. You know, I want to post that on Insta stories. My man. I want to do it too. Shit.
I want to do it. I want to do it.
You know, one day I don't want to have to put a nigga hand on close friends. I just want to put the nigga whole face on my story. Look at him.
I don't think I'm doing that. I think my husband is gonna be just as mysterious as I am, because y'all will see the back of his head, his arm, his ring finger, but I don't think I'm gonna do that for him.
You're so funny. Like, you will definitely know that I'm involved with somebody when I post my wedding photo. Like,
right?
Yes. Hey, here he is, guys. We're married now, so. You can't hit me up with the dang for real. No, dang for real is over. Just don't even say anything.
And also, that made me think about when you were telling me a couple weeks ago that, like, people be giving their Instagram. People get their Instagram instead of giving their phone number. It's kind of like a step before the phone number. I don't even want a nigga to have my Instagram, because I just feel like, for example, the two guys that I was talking to, where them niggas at? Ghosted. So I don't even want you to be on my Instagram and seeing I'm posting stories and I'm doing this and I'm here and I'm there and I'm not responding to your text. I don't even want to have to block you or you unfollow me and I don't want nobody having my Instagram. I just don't. It's a little too personal. My cell phone number, I can dismiss you very quickly, but my social media, but this is the thing, because when we went out that weekend, you were here and we went to the strip club. And it was a police officer out there trying to talk to me. That nigga popped up on the Same Difference podcast TikTok page. Why? Because he got my phone number and he saved it in his phone. That's another something. Actually, that's 3 people I ghosted. Yeah. Actually, it's 4 people. It don't matter how many people it was. But anyway, I ghosted him as well. And it's like, you know, he followed the Same Difference podcast page. He could see my Instagram page. And if you know one of my social medias, you know all of them, because the name is the same across everything. But I don't even want nobody having access to me on socials. Like, ugh. No,
I just blocked some weirdo who liked like 10 of my photos and then followed me, and then I went and took a look at his Instagram and his story, and I was like, nope, block. I don't know you. I don't know him, and it looked like he got.
You won't just let him follow you though?
Well, I looked at his pictures, and he's got children, and I looked at his pictures, and I was like, oh, I don't need him to follow me. We don't. I mean, we don't need to be connected at all. Sorry.
What's wrong with the kid? Friend, you hating on the kids?
Well, it just looks like there's more than one. I mean, I feel like your social media tells a bit of a story, and I don't know what story that's telling. The story that I got was no thank you.
Well, some of these niggas be having kids, don't be having their kids on their Instagram. You'll never know they have a baby.
Well, let's say he didn't have any kids. I looked at his photos, and it still won't work. It said no, thank you. I'm going to respectfully decline, because I don't care about random people follow me. Occasionally, I go to that little extra Instagram inbox and see people be sending me messages. Hey, I just ignore it. Because on that inbox, they can't even tell that you saw it. So I just keep it pushing. I don't like people be talking about, slide in the DM. And some people have stories about how, we started from a DM. Now we married. We got a baby. I don't think a nigga could ever slide in my DM and me pay attention. Because I just personally feel like if you slide in my DM, you slipping and sliding in everybody's. Right.
I can't move like that, y'all. Why? Say it with me.
I'm somebody's son, wife.
I am somebody's son, wife. Okay, she can't move like that.
That's why the young man had to go, because you're not going to be looking at my whole Instagram liking pictures from 146 weeks ago. No, thank you. Goodbye.
But do you remember when that was the thing? We used to go way back on somebody's old ass picture and shoot your shot in their comments.
I didn't realize that liking 17 pictures in a row was shooting your shot. I thought that was creepy behavior. And so every time a nigga did that, I would block him. And then
I actually watched this clip of this podcast. I saw it on TikTok. I don't know the name of the podcast, but these guys were talking about what do you do, or what are you supposed to think if you slide in a girl DM and you like her pictures, and then you slide in her DM and she don't say nothing, that she not interested, right? And so the dude was like, God, now I can't even remember how the story went. Something about they expected, after they do that, they expect the girl to do the same thing. That's how you know if they kind of into you or they're interested in you. It's like, bro, I ain't got time for all these fucking games. Meet me outside. Or keep it on the playground. I don't do that. I took a quick scan of the young man's page, and it's a no for me. I'm not doing that kitty shit. That's kid shit. I'm not doing it.
Right. Like, no, thank you.
Outside. Yeah.
No, thank you. Well, friend, this is a wide-ranging conversation today. Good one though. Like, it was nice to just was
it wide-ranging though? Because I feel like it wasn't. I feel like we talked about these niggas
and us and just kind of our experiences within the last week and a half or last week. I mean, I don't always be wanting to talk about work shit, in part because it's work and like no one's here to listen to that. But also, if you are Black and you're in corporate America and you have some stories that you would like to share about some unsavory conversations and dealings with management, I would like to know those. I'm thinking about doing some sort of commentary around Black people in corporate spaces, because I feel like people think because it's 2023 and they make it to a certain part of life that shit don't be happening. It should be happening. So yeah, let me know in the comments, y'all. Send me a DM. Just, share your stories with me, because I really am trying to get my hands around how to move forward, at my job and like stay there and not jump ship and leave, because that's also an avenue I'm considering, is getting the fuck out of there. So, that's just kind of where I'm at. But yeah, I feel like our conversation was wide ranging. I mean, we talked about our weekends, and
I just know how it's gonna come. I just know YouTube. I know how they feel on YouTube. I know what they're gonna say on YouTube.
Oh.
It's always somebody raggedy son.
Well, then don't watch then don't watch.
Girl,
don't watch.
They be subscribers, girl. They be dialed all the way in. Make sure y'all go subscribe to our Instagram page. We almost got not Instagram. Sorry,
I don't want y'all to follow me on Instagram if that's what y'all be doing in the comments. So you can't come to my Instagram and follow me. No.
We almost hit 100 subscribers on YouTube. I think we had 200 on Instagram, close to 100 on TikTok. If you want to be in close friends, again, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, leave us a review wherever you stream the podcast, Apple, Spotify, whatever all those other ones are.
I didn't talk about
working on for the week.
I didn't talk about this, but if you listened last week, I have been wearing shirts in honor of women for Women's History Month, and today we have on a Barbie shirt. So yeah, that's all. That's all I had. Every T-shirt has a theme for the month. So
shout out to the Black Barbies that they be selling with the kinky hair. It's my vibe.
Yeah, or the T-shirts you can get where there's the actual Black Barbie on it. I have one of those, but it's really old and it's a workout T-shirt, so I'll be wearing it to the gym.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think people just really won't get it. Sometimes you just don't understand things until you're in the thing. When the shoe fit, you lace that motherfucker up and you put it on and strut in it. And just as a 36-year-old dark-skinned Black woman, I realize how important it is for other little girls who look like me to have a Black Barbie. Again, so I grew up with a
shirt doesn't have any color Barbie. It just says Barbie on it. So I was like,
I'm just you safe. Your shirt caused me to think about it. Now again, I grew up with a daddy who still to this day, I think I put some on Facebook the other day. Here come my daddy. You so beautiful. I just grew up with a man telling me how dark I was and how beautiful I was. But I know that there are little Black girls who don't have that and who go to school and get teased and ridiculed, because I did. Buy y'all kids some Black dolls, please.
Yeah.
Even if they're not dark skinned, if they black, get them some black dolls. Get them some dolls and things that look like them.
It's very important to see ourselves. I 100% agree. I 100% agree.
So let's see. What am I doing this week? Child. Working like a slave.
Same.
Trying to pay these bills. Working for the man.
A literal slave, because they ain't giving me no fucking bonus.
Here you go. I don't think I have anything. What am I doing this week? Oh, I think I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do it on my TikTok live. Applying my my Nair face cream, the hair removal cream. I think it's been about a month, so it's time to redo it. Like I said, y'all can't. It looks fine. It looks good, but it would just look a little bit more smooth. It would look like a filter if I, when I have those little small itty bitty fine hairs that be on my cheek when I'm trying to put my contour on and put my foundation and stuff on.
So funny.
So I think I'm gonna do that this week. I got some business stuff that I need to wrap up this week, and that's about it.
I have a work dinner tonight. Tomorrow, Tuesday's a chill day. I have a work lunch Wednesday. I think Thursday's a chill day. Friday, I might link up with a friend of mine here in Chicago. But nothing really. I'm going out of town at the end of March to see my dad, so I'm excited about that. And then the week after that, I'm going to my hometown to see my people out there. So, I would like to say, like I always say, that the rest of March is going to be quiet, but I say a lot of things and it's not the truth. But we're working on that.
You going home for Easter, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I figured out if I'm cooking Easter dinner this year. I don't know if I feel like it. I always like all these holidays, girl. I be at home. I be cooking like I got a family of 5. And
I love it.
Nobody be in this business with me.
Because I'm not cooking anything. Okay, I'm not.
I do have a taste for a pineapple upside down cake. So I might make.
What? You are a Southerner. You are a Southerner.
Okay.
A pineapple upside down cake, girl.
Yes, girl. Are you serious? That's bomb.
It's be soggy.
Not if you make it right.
Okay.
I don't like that texture. That's why I don't eat tiramisu, because that shit is soggy and wet.
I'm
disgusting.
Texture is a thing for me. So like I'm like cakes, cookies, and cheesecake. I'm not a cobbler pie girl. Like
I don't know now.
No
Cobbler,
pudding,
peach cobbler.
My mom makes all of that stuff, and I don't eat it.
So maybe
my brother's always like, "You're crazy.
Now.
You're crazy. Something's wrong." And it's like, yeah, I have 3 marbles rolling around in my head. Okay, that's why I don't eat that stuff.
Then you and 2 marbles sound like y'all might be a match made in heaven, friend. I don't know.
No, I'm not a mean person. That nigga's
I have to decide if I'm going to make a peach cobbler or a pineapple upside down cake now that you said that. But we got a little ways to go for Easter, I think. I don't even know when Easter is, but yeah.
Well, yeah, that's all I got. Business as usual. A little bit of out of town action happening. It's kind of how my March started. I started March out of town. I'm closing March out of town.
Okay.
And more or less, it's springtime, rebirth, newness. We're in the era of newness. And so, I am just trying to remain positive and happy and upbeat in my current role. And, letting the spirit of newness and excitement and change and spring, kind of carry me through.
Okay.
I was ready to go to hell last week.
Well, I think that's it. I think I'm going to make use of this face I took time to do this morning, since I had a new concealer and I wanted to. Girl. I didn't say all that. Oh. What I was going to say though is go to my TikTok, because I think what I'm going to do, or my Instagram, I think that I'm getting some things together to revamp the finished look. The finished look on social media, Instagram and TikTok, is the finished LEWK, y'all. LEWK.
The finished look.
The finished look. I got some inventory from last spring, summer that I never got to because Airbnb consumed me. So I think while my face is together, I might put some of that stuff on and try to get rid of some of this old inventory. Get rid of some of this old inventory. And I would sell this shit for $5 a piece, because I just want to get it up out of here so I can go back and get like the new things that I've been seeing that I know that I want. So yeah, go to my TikTok if y'all want to see what I'm doing this week. That'll be it. Also, close friends, I will give y'all an update on Saturday because this episode is going to drop on Wednesday on YouTube, and then it's going to be on streaming platforms on Friday. So when y'all hear this and y'all be like, "What is Joy talking about? Is she talking about what I think she was talking about? What she was talking about on Close Friends? The whole that's what we were talking about." So I'll give y'all some details this weekend. So make sure you get in on Close Friends while y'all can. And that's all I got, friend.
You want to laugh at it, get ready with me. You can go to my TikTok. It's Passionista, PaschaNista. I more or less am just be talking shit when I get dressed, and it's kind of funny. So if you just want to laugh.
I like your videos, friend. Your videos about the boots and the empties. The empties was chef kiss.
We'll go take a look, y'all. If y'all
interested. Yeah, you kept it real. I liked it. So
thank you.
Okay, y'all. We will see y'all next week.
All right.
Bye.